at the beginning, in United States, they decided to do not uh, or to have limited places to play the movie. But later on, um, it was like really famous there in United States because it talks about the human relationships between technology and humans. So it has a point in which the main character has a relationship with Samantha that is like um iOS. And well, Theo is dedicated to write letters, love letters of other people that feel or that cannot feel motivated to write by themselves. So his job is that. And he was married with Catherine, but once he knew Samantha, the iOS, uh, he decided to break up with her because he started to fall in love with Samantha. So well, the main characters are Theo and Samantha, and Catherine is more like a secondary character. Now, how Samantha loved other people and why she left? Well, in the story, Samantha and Theo has a romantic relationship, which was like cute. At certain point, they were so romantic, but in one point, Theo asked her why I feel the love is not complete. Why why? And it was because they don't have the physical touch as humans or we as a humans tend to do. And then also he asked like, do you love me? And she said, yes, I love you. Do you love other people? And she answered, yes, I love 6,428, more or less, more people in the world. So they decided to break up, and it's like, I don't know, like that hurts and at certain point, but it makes us to realize that human cannot be always with a technology, even though if it is smart. And Samantha said something like really like I don't know how to say it, like deep. And she said the heart's not like a box that gets filled up. It expands inside the more you love. And she referred like as much as she know other people and other customs, so she cannot stay with just one person. We need to have more interaction so we can grow up. And so what it says about technology or humans' relationships with it, it says that even or the technology help us to solve or to distract ourselves from loneliness and boredom, but it's not okay to have like that romantic relationship with technology, even though you feel better with it rather than with like with humans. It's not recommendable because as Theo, it can happen. Theo started to feel or to exclude from humanity. He was just Samantha and me all the time. Even and he also mentioned like something like she is always for me, always. And Catherine was sometimes. And I was like, okay, but humans have other things to do, and the computers do not. Well, yes, it's like your personal. And then, as a conclusion, it basically it talks about love, but it has a deeper, like a deep thought about it, and it is that love. Sorry, the love, or sorry, that love is completely different in every person. Every person love at its manner, and you will not find one similar, or you cannot expect to be perfect because it will not be. Perfection doesn't exist, so you have to accept the people that is around you, and to accept that, well, most of the time will be there for you, but not always, because the other people have problems, have needs, so it's not everything around you. And okay, just another thing to mention, the movie was nominated to the Gold Globe, and also for the best um, script and the best movie in 2013. No, 2003. Sorry. And that would be all. Thank you. Do you have any questions?
Great. Thank you. Congrats, hon. Okay, I have just a couple questions for you. From the movie, well, I don't know if you have seen that movie before or if you did it for the first time. I hope you enjoyed it. Me personally, I don't like the movie, but it's an interesting movie. I guess that the main topic is quite interesting. Now, Liz, what what part of the movie do you think was the most complicated one to understand, as it sends a very complex message? Which part of the whole idea of the movie do you think was like, or do you remember that was like the most difficult one for you to understand and to be able to analyze and like express it as something like, oh, as we can see here, this is la la la.
Uh, yes. Well, I watched the movie like 2 years ago, and the hardest part was when he decided to break up with Catherine, and he decided to have like a relationship with the the operative system. It's like, oh come on, he was like there for you. He was your wife, even though he was a widow. He was there with you. So it was like, what? That was the
Like
hardest part.
choosing, yeah, like choosing in between a real person and the other one, even though it wasn't a person because it was a program,
Hmm.
like I don't know, like Facebook or like Twitter or whatever. But it actually Samantha had feelings, didn't she? Because she said sometimes like she loved Theo. So that's difficult, right?
Yes.
How do you yes, yes, yes.
Yeah, no, continue.
I was going to ask, how do you think, or can you find any kind of similarities in between this movie, the relationship between Theo and Samantha, and having like a relationship with someone that you know only by using social media? Can you
um,
compare it somehow? It's someone you haven't seen, it's someone that you only can see like this, or only listen to his or her voice.
yes, I have a friend, but at the beginning he was like really, really social. He was really social All the time he was talking with people, and one day to another he changed completely. And he was, or he is still like using the cell phone, even though if you are like visiting him. When I am at his home, I always try to talk with him, but he ignore me. So I have to send a message. Hey, why did I come if you are not paying attention to me? And he was, oh, I'm sorry. But he is still angry on my phone. No, no, like with his voice. And it's like true about the movie, they exclude for the real world. We prefer to have like in technology because it's easier than human relationships, but I don't know. It's weird how they prefer that.
It's complicated, right?
Yeah, kinda.
Yes. It's I think it is somehow complicated, but well, we need to somehow find a way to interact with people using this and understanding that this is the way of communication. Nowadays, it's more important, right? Because of a pandemic, we cannot be face to face things, so we need to use this and we need to make it work, right?
Yeah, but at least we're saying
Yeah, it's
our
somehow
faces, and we know you are a real
well.
person.
At least we know you're real. Well, that's for good. That's for good. Honey Bunny, that's it. Thank you very much, honey. I wish you the best, and I'm gonna be sending you a message to your email and to Google Classroom because this is the last time we get to see here because of a class. I just have to thank you a lot for being always there, for being patient enough to work with me during this weird term, but we made it. Thank you very much, honey bunny. And if you have anything to ask, anything to say, ever since it's almost time, please send me either a message using Google Classroom or you can write me an email. Okay?
Okay, and thank you so much, teacher. I have learned a lot of things with you, so I do really
It's
appreciate.
good.
Yes,
I was useful somehow.
yes, I really appreciate your effort because, as you said, it wasn't easy. So thank you for that.
It was crazy. Yes.
Yeah,
You're so very welcome. Honey, take care. Lots of love. And please be aware of your email. Okay? Take care,
yeah.
love. Bye bye. Be
Bye.
safe.
You too.
Bye.
Ay, ¿cómo cuelgo?